Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome back to the channel for another weekly update. I have a lot to talk to you guys about today. As most of you saw in my last video, I took my first Wegovy shot, and so I actually have quite a bit to share with you guys about how the last several days went since my shot. I kind of wrote down my thoughts each and every day so that I could share that with you guys. So I have a lot to share with you. First off, two things. It's raining pretty loudly outside. You might be able to hear that, but I'm also burning up for some reason, even though it's like 10 degrees outside. So I opened the window. I hope you don't mind the rain. It's just, a little bit of ambiance, I guess, for the video today. And then also I wanted to thank you guys. So many of you commented on my last video, the last two that I posted. So, I actually filmed those on the same day, though, so I was wearing the same thing and all of that. But a lot of you guys commented and were just so sweet about telling me how good I looked, like as far as my weight loss and how slim my face was looking and my hair looked nice and all the things. Like, y'all really made a girl feel good in that moment. And I am so very thankful to each and every one of you that support me and encourage me along the way. You guys have no idea what this channel and this space to just kind of chat and be myself means to me. And so I thank each and every one of you for being here. With that being said, I wanted to give a little bit of an update because there's some newer things going on with YouTube. So I have always had the super thanks button enabled. I think it just did it when it started and I never mentioned it to you guys or whatever, but there are some of you who will occasionally use it. And I wanted to actually tell you not to. I'm probably the only YouTuber ever that's like, don't send me a super thanks. Here's why. Because YouTube takes half of it. And I did not realize it until very recently that the creator themselves, and a lot of you guys might not even know this, but the creator themselves only receives 50% of whatever the super thanks is. So if you give them $2, they're only getting $1 of that. And so I think that is absolutely insane. And so I'm gonna turn it off. So just wanted to kind of update you guys on that, if I can figure out how to turn it off. But if I have not figured it out by now, then just don't do it. It's not very often that one of you does, but it's just randomly somebody will. And every time I'm so thankful. But when I got into looking into it and looking at the YouTube's new policy agreement they sent me, I was like, that's insane. And it's a ripoff to the person who thinks they're tipping a creator and also the creator who is giving half of that to YouTube for literally no reason except for providing the service, I guess. So yeah, don't do it. If it's not turned off, just don't. I don't need it. I love you guys. I'm thankful for all of the support you give me, but just don't waste your money on that because it doesn't go where you think it's going. So there's that. Okay, we're gonna jump right on into the update. So as most of you know, I took 2.4 milligrams of Wegovy on Thursday, and I am doing that for pretty much one big reason, and that is to peptide cycle. That's a sort of new and upcoming thing in the GLP-1 community, is either taking a total break from whatever GLP-1 you're on and giving it a couple of months and then going back on it, or cycling. So if you're on tirzepatide, go on semaglutide. If you're on semaglutide, go on tirzepatide, and giving it a month or so on a different peptide in order to sort of reset your receptors and see if that can help your original work better. So I have noticed over the past, I would say 3 to 4 months, that tirzepatide does not work as effectively. It still works. I do have a little bit more food noise on it and a little bit more cravings. The appetite suppression is about the same, but the food noise for me is the biggest thing. So when I started noticing a dip in the amount of food noise protection I was getting, I wanted to try out peptide cycling and give that a go. So that's kind of why, the reason behind it and where we're at with it. So I took, my doctor actually, again, most of you know, but if you don't, gave me 6 weeks worth of samples that he had acquired from a rep. And I'm so incredibly blessed and thankful for that. But since it was going to be such a short period of time that I was off of tirzepatide, he was like, I'll just give you these samples so that you don't have to go and fill a prescription for Wegovy and do all of that and bother with the pharmacy. And he had them on hand. So I took 2.4 on Thursday, the 2nd of January. Now I'm going to kind of walk you through what every day looked like for me so that you can get an idea of what to expect from somebody that is switching from tirzepatide to semaglutide, or even just starting semaglutide. Obviously, you wouldn't be starting on 2.4 if you were starting from the very beginning, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect from somebody who has, I would say, average side effects. So on Thursday, I was actually slightly nauseous throughout most of that day. Within probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, I started to notice some nausea. Now, with that also came appetite suppression, but I think that was just kind of because I was nauseous. So I didn't want to eat either. And I had that for, I would say, most of the day. So pretty much immediately I noticed those things. I did take the shot earlier in the day, as you guys saw, with the hope of it preventing me from sleeping poorly, because that is one of my big things on tirzepatide, is that I sleep very bad the first day or two after I take the shot. Depending on the time of day that I take it, I sleep awfully. So Thursday night, I actually did not sleep bad. Now, I did take a melatonin, but I do that with my tirzepatide on shot night as well, and it usually does not help as far as my sleep problems go. So it did for the semaglutide. I did not have any trouble sleeping that night. The only time I woke during that night was actually because my daughter called me and I had to go up there and kind of settle her back to sleep, my 4-year-old. So otherwise, I think I would have slept through the entire night. Now, Friday, I woke up and I was very full, like the super full, heavy stomach feeling. I had all day Friday. I had to force myself to drink even water. Like, I was not able to eat or drink very much. Several times throughout the day, I was aware that I need to eat something, but at the same time, the thought of anything made me feel so sick. And in that moment, I was like, oh, I don't want to go back to this. I'm not at that point in my journey where I'm increasing dosage or trying to lose a bunch of weight or whatever. And so I was like, no, I'm not doing this again if this is how this is going to be, because I do not want this. But yeah, that whole day was kind of a struggle to eat. I also had a headache majority of that day, but that could have been that I was dehydrated or that I hadn't eaten enough calories. I did eat lunch that day. We actually went to an arcade with the kids, which I think I mentioned in my last video, and they have a little built-in restaurant there. And so I had a chicken quesadilla or something, and I was able to eat half of it and a little bit of a soft pretzel. I basically was just trying to get anything in, especially energy through carbs and stuff like that, and protein through the chicken and that sort of thing. But it was a struggle to eat that day and to drink water, and therefore I had a headache. Friday is the first day that I really started to notice the constipation issue that we need to discuss. I keep track of when I go to the bathroom. It's just important for me on this journey because I don't want it to get super bad, right? So I had gone Wednesday, and then, so now we're on Friday, and I had not gone since then. And so that was the first time that I really was like, oh, hadn't gone to the bathroom. Maybe I'll go tomorrow, whatever. So Saturday comes along, and I again had a headache all day, but I was not as full that day. So I did not experience the whole not wanting to eat at all. I was able to eat a little bit throughout that day, or I would say a more normal amount, but I had no food noise and I was okay except for the headache. And then that is when I started to notice the bloating. Now, bloating for me is very noticeable because I've had the tummy tuck in the past. I have virtually no fat on my stomach at all, and I didn't even in the beginning of my Mounjaro journey. So everything's very tight there. So when I bloat, it's painful, and you can really see it. I look 6 months pregnant. So Saturday, I started to notice that. And that is when I really was trying to force myself to drink a lot more water, because I knew that hopefully that would kind of combat that problem if I was able to get a bunch of water in and hydrate myself better and whatever. And Saturday is also the day that I started doubling up on my Colace. I usually take 1 a day. Saturday, I took 2. Now, Sunday, as far as the super full, not being able to eat, whatever, that was gone. So I was back to sort of my I wouldn't say normal appetite that I have on tirzepatide. I would say it was slightly less appetite, so still a little bit more of appetite suppression on Sunday, but I was able to eat more. I was able to drink water all day, and so I mentioned in a video you guys will see tomorrow, I'm filming what I eat in a day, but I got this fun water bottle for Christmas, and so I've been trying to drink 2 or 3 of these a day in addition to my seltzer water, so that I am able to keep more water in my body. But yeah, so again, Sunday though, did not go to the bathroom. So I chugged water all day. I even considered, if you are from like the North Carolina Southeast type of area, you might know what Bojangles is. I even considered going and get Bojangles because for me personally, that's like a foolproof way. Like, you want to go to the bathroom, go eat Bojangles because they cook in lard. But at the same time, I didn't want the like negative effects of that greasy fast food cooked in lard. So I didn't do it, but I was tempted to do it because we were at a basketball tournament and I was so uncomfortable, super, super bloated. It was awful for that entire day. Now, again, I doubled up on my Colace. I didn't have the headache anymore. Still some appetite suppression, but I was able to eat. So that brings us to today, which is Monday morning. As I am posting this, I'm filming it the same day. I always film my videos for the updates on the same day that I upload them so that they're as recent as possible, if that makes sense. So this morning, I actually went to the bathroom, which I'm very excited about, and just almost, it's been like, I don't know, an hour and a half now, and I am in a better mood. I'm less bloated. My stomach doesn't hurt, all of the things. I did expect sometimes when I have a longer period of time where I don't go to the bathroom, I will go and then I'm instantly hungry. Like it's like it just kind of opens up everything and I'm able to eat. That has not been the case so far. So I do definitely still have some more appetite suppression that I did not have on tirzepatide. I oftentimes actually would wake up and within a couple of hours I'd be relatively hungry, and then I'd be snacking before lunch because I'm not a breakfast eater, but that hasn't happened on Wegovy at all. So that's kind of where I'm at. I finally went to the bathroom. So that ended up being Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days from bathroom to bathroom. So the plan going forward is to continue with the large amounts of water that is not seltzer water. Even though I am super devoted to my seltzer water, I need to drink some regular water as well. And then also take 2 Colaces, probably the entirety of this Wegovy trial. And then I just need to get back into my exercise routine because that always helps as well. It's, like I said, pouring rain. The kids go back to school Wednesday. So I think after that, I should be back more into my normal walking routine. I'm also starting some body weight exercises this week, which I'm going to film a video for you guys on I think Friday. So yeah, I'm hoping to get back into a more normal schedule. So with that being said, what are my goals for this week? I want to walk 4 times. So I probably won't be able to walk until Wednesday unless I go at night, like to the Y and do it. But still, that leaves me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Hopefully I can get those in. I want to drink 100 ounces of water per day. So this one, and that's like not seltzer water. So this one is 24 ounces. That would mean I need to drink like 4 of these a day, which I think is totally possible. I've almost done 1 already. I want to write in my journal, and that is something that isn't necessarily related to weight loss, but that was a New Year's goal of mine, was to be more active in my journal and in that space and less active on my phone. So I want to do 3 journal entries this week. I've already done 1 of them last night. And then my last goal for this week is that I don't want to eat out at all. We got into a really bad habit in December of getting quick meals. They weren't necessarily always awful. Like we'd go get a sub or we'd go to Chick-fil-A and get a Cool Wrap or a salad. So it's not like we were eating like fried foods super often, but we were getting quick things that were not made at home and were expensive. So I want to decrease that. So my goal for this week is not to go out to eat at all. It is Monday. We didn't go out yesterday on Sunday. We usually do on basketball tournaments, like between games, we'll go get something for lunch. We didn't. We grabbed a snack at the concession stand. I'm not counting that as eating out, but yeah, so those are my goals for this week. Let me know yours down below, how you're moving your body, how you're feeling in the new year. If you're just starting your journey, I would love to know how you're doing. And we're gonna bring back emojis of the day because we haven't done those in a while. So let's start the emoji train off today with a black heart. Just to let me know that you're watching and that you're here and that you're supporting, and also comments help my algorithm. Oh, I wanted to address one more thing. A lot of you have probably clicked off, but yes, it does say weekly Mounjaro update. That is for the algorithm. YouTube gods like you to stick to kind of, the normal thing, or they punish you. The YouTube gods will punish. So that is why it says it. I feel like somebody's going to say that since I'm technically on Wegovy right now, but that's why. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Tomorrow you will see a what I eat in a day, which I'm pretty excited about. Haven't filmed one of those in a while. And I have a full schedule this week as well for you guys. So stay tuned for all the fun content coming. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.